What's good, everybody? Isaiah here with a brand new review. This week I was so excited to be able to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I've really been looking forward to this movie for a long time. The first Guardians is one of my favorite movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and so I was really excited to see where this team of ragtag, misfit individuals, where their journey was going to go next. James Gunn wrote and directed this movie like he did the first, and did an amazing job with another outstanding cast, and just put together a really good movie full of heart, humor, some great action, and overall just a really good movie.
It's good. Oh, and your sleeve is buckled.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a sequel to the surprise hit of 2014, the original Guardians of the Galaxy. And this movie followed up on that original story very well. The music was great, the humor was great, the action was great, and there was a lot of heart in this movie. So right away at the beginning of the movie, you see the Guardians as an established team getting to show off some of their skills, some of the things that they've learned from working together as they fight off an interdimensional being. And it's a very entertaining opening sequence featuring some great music, as well as giving each character their own individual moments to shine. One of the main things that this movie focuses on is the element of family, and it's no spoiler because it was in a lot of the trailers and promotional material, but this movie deals heavily with the relationship between Peter Quill, played by Chris Pratt, and his father, Ego, played by Kurt Russell. While dealing with the relationship between Peter and Ego, the movie also focuses on the Guardians trying to escape the Ravagers and the Sovereign, two different groups who are after the Guardians for different reasons. From his introduction, you see that Ego is just a father trying to rekindle his relationship with his son, but as the movie progresses, you start to realize that he's got some ulterior motives that he's not sharing with everyone. And there are little hints throughout the movie where you realize that things might not be the way they seem with Ego. Chris Pratt does a very good job in his role as Star-Lord once again, and he really does a good job of playing someone who's torn between the relationship with his father and his relationship with his team, with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And speaking of the Guardians, this movie returns its wonderful cast from the first movie. Zoe Saldana returns as Gamora and delivers just a wonderful performance. Dave Bautista returns as Drax and provides some very good humor throughout the movie. It's definitely an improvement upon his character in the first movie. Bradley Cooper also returns to voice Rocket Raccoon as just a feisty, all up in your face, little bit of an a-hole type character who you start to see throughout the movie is dealing with some personal issues and starting to realize that he has to give more of himself to be a better teammate and just better family member. And yeah, Vin Diesel returns as the voice of Groot, but to be fair, he says 3 words, and they definitely remixed his voice because Groot was a baby throughout the entire movie, and I have to say, Baby Groot was absolutely one of my favorite things of the whole movie. He's just like so little and cute. I just wanted a little baby Groot to put on my shoulder. Michael Rooker returns as Yondu the Ravager, and his character was given a lot of heart in this movie, and you definitely just feel the weight of that character throughout the movie. And there were a lot of side characters in this movie that, although their roles were small, their impact was very significant in the outcome of the movie. And I mentioned it earlier, but for reals, James Gunn did an amazing job in writing and directing this movie. He really knows how to give each character their own individual moments to shine and really show off their abilities and assets. And of course, I can't forget about the soundtrack. Awesome Mix Volume 2 was perfect. Like the first movie, this soundtrack featured a lot of very popular songs from the 80s. But unlike the first movie, a lot of the songs really weighed in heavily with the thematic elements of the movie. And while the soundtrack definitely stood out to me, the score in this movie was by far superior to the score of the first movie. I'm gonna rate Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 perfect.
Trying to fit into the righteous mode. I've been hoping I can strike some good, like the ones on television on the podium, like Nas giving Frank Ocean Bright award. Boy, I'm bound my business, but sometimes I catch the sickness. Confused for whom I do my thing. I ain't never really so sure. No perfume that poof and blew my cool away. I ain't wanna be chauffeur. No profile. I zoom, I move away. I just wanna keep it so warm. Yeah, I just wanna keep the gold pure. Oh, that's why I gotta keep it covert. Oh no, 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 protect my heart, no, not